Hegan Kogan in 810. I couldn't resist us not addressing this. I found this in the New York Archives magazine. Great article by Vicki Weiss. The Library of Congress has this one, and of course, what usually pops out at me first on images from Puck magazine is the color. Of course, you see the source right there coming from Puck magazine. So not to give things away, that was often like a satire type of magazine. But I know there's a lot going on here, so I'm taking the liberty of just breaking some certain things down. So this way we can kind of.
I was going to say, let's take a whole approach to this.
Okay, what do you want to zoom in on first?
In the wholeness. Your eyes get drawn to what's going on right here.
Exactly.
This area and this guy. Like they are the focal point of this particular image. I would say let's start here.
I mean, clearly there's two sides to this.
Yes.
Right. You have this side going on and over here, and clearly he's kind of pushing it. So yeah, let's work in there then. All right. So working in here, we have a woman. How many kids we got?
5.
1, 2, 3, 5. Wow, that's quick.
5. Right? Yeah, because I got 4 at home, and the fear is a 5th.
So now here's the other thing. You're noticing the chain around it. All right, that's something I didn't notice the first time.
When you think of chains in American history, you think of slavery.
Yep.
It's like one of the first things that come to my mind, at least. Do see an animal down over here.
I have a better shot of that.
Hold on. Where is it?
I lied.
Oh, he lied.
Okay. Here we go.
There's some sort of dog right here. But we are in an impoverished house. Would be my interpretation. We got
5 kids.
We got a broken window. We got cracks in the wall. We've got some sort of wood burning stove over here.
Clearly an overworked mom.
Yeah. With a baby in her arms. Bringing up that traditional role of women in European/American culture. The cook, clean, and care for the household. Care for the children.
Should we go down here or should we address everything going outside?
Let's see what it says.
All right, so what it says here is don't pay any attention to this woman's suffrage talk. Your place is in the home, caring for the children. So now we're getting a good idea of time period.
Yep.
And of course, suffrage, the word that's
Easily.
easily, that's usually when you look at how it sounds, you would think suffering, it means the right to vote, and we're getting into a time period where women are fighting for their right to vote.
Yep.
So suffrage is right to vote. Don't get that wrong on a test.
My eyes quickly drawn here.
Yeah.
There's a bucket and a brush, for cleaning. Obviously the caring for the children. If we zoom back out to the other one, we've got the stove for the preparing the food, the cooking, the cleaning, the caring for the children.
Now, this was not done by design, but you have all this going on. And, as fathers, we know what it takes to, keep a house running, to take care of your kids. I only have 1, and that's a little difficult. You have 4, so I could imagine the chaos in your house. But, when you look in that same breath, though, right over here, you have this hand that's like pushing this away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever you're doing over here is not even worth paying attention to.
Yep. Don't mind. Now let's see, because if we go back to the whole picture, there was a bunch of other images going around.
These are amazing. So, here you have probably the tired mom from taking care of these 5 kids. Probably, maybe in a tenement, all right, possibly. Poverty is definitely there. They're telling, over here they're saying, hey, your place is in the home. But when we look here at what's surrounding her now, now we have, little girl.
Definitely a tenement.
Definitely a tenement.
Girl taking care of her brothers and sisters.
Right.
This is women working in appears to be a sweatshop.
Yep.
With children in the sweatshop.
Yep.
Here appears to be some sort of dairy farmer.
Yep.
Let's see.
Now here's the interesting thing here when you're talking about the little girl who's taking care of the children. What's her future now?
Yeah.
That's how you're showing it. Like, what's her future? It's going to be what this woman's doing. Now, as a doctor, now as a lawyer. Now, when we get moving on.
Right now, we got more child labor going on up here.
Yep.
Some sort of textile mill.
Yep, a lot of girls. A lot of girls, too. Taking care of the family as well.
Probably a sick kid in bed.
Yep. And then we have women getting arrested.
Why?
Probably protesting. Wanting the right to vote.
Time period, late 1800s, early 1900s?
I believe the date of this is 1907, 1909.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that, but we're right there. And when you look in late 1800s, early 1900s, women are fighting for their right to vote.
Yeah, the women's fight for the right to vote was the longest fight for the right to vote in this country.
And when you're talking about that fight starting in 1848 at the Seneca
Seneca
Falls Convention, now we're into the 1900s and we don't see any drastic change.
Yeah, so, but I think these images are letting us know kind of, the Industrial Revolution, immigration and urbanization, the progress that we're making as a nation, yet slavery in a way still does exist, abolished by the 13th Amendment. But I think Puck, or whoever drew this particular cartoon, is kind of making that reference of women are still enslaved.
With the chain right there.
As their subordinate to their husband.
And then down here, of course, it's there's the question: shall women vote?
Yeah.
And according to these guys, they shouldn't.
So all right, now what's going on over here?
Yeah, let's go over here. So here we have, we have craft politics. If we start at this guy's palm and start moving this way, it looks like over here, all of these guys.
Where are we? Polls open.
6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We got
on that.
We got men.
There we go.
Lining up to vote. Men have had the right to vote in this country for a really long time.
Right. This guy's very well dressed, as a matter of fact, as well.
He's obviously our politician.
Oh yeah.
Who appears to be
that's it.
Paying
somebody
to vote for him.
Yep.
This is almost invoking in my mind Tammany Hall. But it's not Boss Tweed, but it's invoking that. Irish immigrants coming off the boat. Here's a cup of coffee. Here's a loaf of bread. Vote Tammany.
It says floater. Again, there's some unknowns here. We're not experts. We know it, but floater. This and repeater. These could be two guys who are probably getting paid off to either vote or vote again. That whole idea of where someone like yourself could vote 3 times. You go and vote with the beard. You shave part of it off. You have a mustache. Now you look like a different person.
Yep.
So late 1800s, early 1900s. If we don't know that, we do know that kind of
corruption,
deception, and corruption
has
was
been going
definitely
on.
taking place.
Has been going on for a long time.
And it's almost like at this point, hey, this has been a broke system for a while, and it's almost like, well, who are you to say that they can't vote?
Yeah.
When you're looking at what women are doing in society, what they're responsible for, and to say you can't vote despite that this is a process.
My eyes, I'm sorry, as you're talking, my eyes are kind of drawn down here.
Let me see. Did I zoom in on that? No, I didn't. Okay.
But we've got 2 men with money in their hand, probably paid by the politician to vote for him. But I also notice a bottle of liquor in his hand. This guy is even facially appears to be intoxicated.
Yeah, he's a little looped.
Maybe your typical hobo.
Yeah.
Your homeless man, your alcoholic. This is great.
Dude, I was reading this while waiting in the barbershop, and I'm like, we have to, this is too much going on.
I don't have that
you don't
problem.
Have, but there's just so much going on that it speaks to, even like a lot of the time period, we're talking late 1800s, you have evidence of the Industrial Revolution taking place, crooked politics going on, and even something that I didn't even anticipate when we're talking about this chain as well.
And I would almost venture, like, these guys, even though they're homeless drunkards,
right.
They don't want women having the right to vote.
No, they don't.
Because then they're not going to be getting paid, getting their palms greased by the politicians. So I'm sensing a lot of resistance to women's suffrage.
So when we're looking at this at 2021, everybody has the right to vote now, and at this point, you have a section of the population that's going, hey, women should not have the right to vote. The reasons why they're coming up for it, you have them right here. They don't have, a say in government. They have no place in society. What they do is...
They don't make a living.
They don't make a living.
This woman is working harder than anybody I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet she isn't really getting paid for what she's doing. So in the eyes of her husband, it's like, well, I'm the one going to work. I'm the one bringing home the money for our family. What do you do for
her participation is minimized in the family, pretty much. This is good.
Yeah, excellent. Anything good find, Mr. Heaton.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you say you found it again?
I found it in New York Archives, and I never, if I'm going to be waiting somewhere, you never leave home without something to read. That's just my rule of thumb.
Check out the New York Archives.
Yeah, thanks for watching.